Hi beautiful people. So today we're going to be doing a reading about how men view you, how they perceive you, what they think about you. So I do want to point out very quickly that I am not in any way encouraging anyone to live their life around what a man's opinion is of them. This video is really just for self-awareness and for fun, okay? So let me show you guys the piles I want to jump in. Okay, so this is going to be pile 1, this is going to be pile 2, and this is going to be pile 3. So take your time, pause the video if you need to, and the timestamps will be in the description box below. Okay, so hi pile 1, let's find out what men think about you. So, something really interesting with you guys is we have the man holding a heart here and a man holding a coin. So I feel like you guys have a lot of suitors, actually. I think you have a lot of men that happen to fall in love with you quite easily, I want to say. I also feel like men definitely perceive you as having a lot of options here and being somebody who is I want to say very high value and very worthy of love, actually, in a huge sense. You may even get guys here that kind of, I want to say, compete with each other in a sense. With the what do you desire card here, this is really emphasizing that I think men perceive you as having, again, a lot of options and being able to choose the best option for you. I also feel like men would feel quite lucky in a sense if they were the chosen one by you in a huge sense. I do definitely get that men seriously do view you guys as being very attractive here. Interesting. Okay. With the Mars card and the Power of Trees card here, you guys, I think that men do view that you have this, I want to say, very grounded and stable quality to you, actually. It feels like you have this deep and powerful magic within you, and men, they do happen to pick up on this and perceive this, right? This is also showing me here with the Power of Trees that men perceive you as being very knowledgeable, actually. Somebody that is, I want to say, level-headed, smart, right? And with the Mars card here, it's like while you have this grounded, stable quality to you, you also have this very fiery and passionate energy, pile 1. I definitely feel like men perceive you as being very passionate, very bold. I want to say very unafraid to kind of speak your truth here and stand out from the crowd, actually, in a huge sense. Again, with Mars here, with this card being about passion, fire, desire, right? I do think that a lot of men do have a lot of desire towards you here. Interesting. With the Coyote Revealer of Truth card and the Horse Freedom card, I really feel like men perceive you as being a free spirit, actually. Somebody that is very free to do things the way that they want to do them, and is unwilling to, you know, follow in somebody else's footsteps here, right? I think men perceive you as very much marching to the beat of your own drum, I want to say, pile 1. I feel like, in a sense as well, they maybe feel like they can't pin you down or hold you down. They know that you're not the kind of person, you know, that can be really controlled or I think even told what to do here in a strong sense, right? With the Coyote Revealer of Truth card, I think men perceive you as having this very wise and deep quality to you, actually, and also being an individual who really seeks the truth. I think men also perceive you as being the kind of person that really wants to find out the truth of, you know, life, who they are. I think they view you as being a very deep and investigative individual here, pile 1. Interesting. Okay, So you guys, with the World card here, I feel like men perceive you as being somebody who's very fulfilled in yourself, somebody who is, I want to say, very successful actually in a huge sense, and certainly the kind of person that does not need to have anybody else, if that sort of makes sense here. I feel like men perceive you as having reached a lot of your own goals here with the World card. And I want to say that for a lot of you here, I think men perceive you as being the kind of person that doesn't need validation from other people. It seems here that men see you as being somebody who's very confident in yourself and self-assured, actually. And also, with how, stunning this woman is right here, I want to say that men view as being also very physically attractive, but also, attractive on the inside here. You are, I think, the definition of someone who has inner and outer beauty here, pile one. Beautiful. Beautiful. I feel like, you guys, interestingly enough, with the Four of Cups here and the Knight of Pentacles here, I feel like on some level, a lot of men may feel like it would take a lot to really be able to have you, I want to say, or to to really actually gain you here in a way. It feels like men have this fear that you may kind of reject them here with the Four of Cups, because they perceive you as having a lot of suitors and being somebody who is, very high worth and value here. I do feel like you get a lot of people here that want to, offer you something here and slowly but surely sort of make their way towards you. People, or men rather, definitely know that they have to work to really be able to gain your trust and, your love, actually, I want to say, pile one. Beautiful. With the Three of Cups here, I feel like men perceive you as being very fun, somebody who is very sociable and somebody who is actually very, I want to say, popular, especially with the Six of Wands here, you guys. I feel like men perceive you as being very well-liked and, popular, perhaps in some kind of way. Some of you here as well, I do get the vibe that maybe you're perhaps popular on something like social media or maybe through your work or something of that nature. And I think that men perceive you as having, or rather being the person that attracts a lot of attention, simply by virtue of you just, shining and being you. I also feel like with the Three of Cups here, I want to say that men perceive you as somebody who is very, very loved and adored. And who is actually also a really great friend as well, I want to say, pile one. Beautiful. With the Page of Swords here, I feel like men feel like they could learn something from you. They kind of perceive themselves here as being, I want to say, the Page of Swords, and you being this person that they can learn and gain wisdom through some sort of context here. It feels like they have this idea in their head that you can teach them something, and that you are, again, this intelligent individual with a lot of knowledge here, I want to say. I also feel like with the Page of Swords here as well, men do perceive you as, being, again, this very truthful person who is, unafraid, I think, to express themselves authentically. And I gotta tell you, I think it really drives them wild in a huge way here, pile one. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse here, I think that men do pick up that you can maybe be distant, and that you, distant in the sense that you don't need to have somebody to help you on your projects. Like, you give me this vibe that you're very independent, and I think you like to work and do things in your own way here. And I think that men do pick up on this about you, right? I think in a sense as well, you guys, I do want to say that I feel men can be sort of maybe intimidated by this, in a sense, by this perception that they have that, you don't need them actually in a huge way here. Something really wonderful that men think about you guys, Pile One, is that with the Six of Pentacles here, they think you're a very giving and kind person, I want to say. It definitely feels like with my Pile Ones, a lot of you here are very passionate about helping people, or, you know, I want to say just generally being a kind and honest person here that aims to serve humanity in some sense. And I feel like men do really pick up on this about you actually. They also perceive you as being somebody who could be a really wonderful and giving partner as well. With the Knight of Cups here, wow, I feel like a lot of men perceive you as being somebody that they could be in a relationship with, I want to say, and share romance with in a huge sense. I think you have a lot of men that fantasize about you, generally speaking, Pile One, especially in a romantic sense. I think that also something interesting I pick up is that men sort of perceive you as maybe being somebody who could even break their heart here, I want to say, with the Three of Swords. I think because you're just so attractive, Pile One, and they feel like, you know, you could be essentially with anyone, actually, is how they perceive you. I also feel like as well with the Knight of Cups, I think that men perceive that if you were to be in a relationship with them, that you'd have this kind of charming and romantic, lovey-dovey quality to you, actually, Pile One, that they kind of dream about. With the Three of Swords here, Justice in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse here, I think that men perceive you as having gone through maybe difficult relationships or difficult and unjust circumstances in your life, actually. But the wonderful thing is, I feel like men perceive you as having, you know, come out the other side through this and actually use this to transform in a huge sense. But I think that sometimes they pick up that you're not very quick to perhaps give your heart to someone right away because of, you know, these past painful experiences that you may have been through here, interestingly enough. With the Ten of Pentacles here, like I said, men do perceive you as being somebody who's very high worth and value. I also want to say men perceive you as being really successful, somebody who is destined to be abundant, successful, and to really thrive in their career, actually. That's really, really beautiful. This is also giving me like wifey or yeah, like husband vibes. It doesn't matter what gender you are right now. I definitely feel like men think that you'd make like a really good long term, you know, partner, spouse, whatever. Maybe even someone that they could have a family with, right? Interesting. Interesting. I also feel like with the Ace of Cups here, men perceive that you have this, again, very loving quality to you, actually. And I want to say this empathetic side where you're really able to, I think, through you offering yourself this love, because it really does seem like you guys are, I want to say, very much in touch with yourselves, Pile One, and able to give to yourselves first. Men perceive you as, because of having had this self-loving transformation, that you're actually able to really give from your heart and be an incredible, you know, loving influence in their life, I want to say, Pile One. So that is what I'm picking up for you, Pile One. I do hope that resonated. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an incredible week. Bye. Okay, so hi Pile 2. Let's find out what men think about you and how they perceive you. So something I do pick up on here with the rocks and standing stones in the spring card here. I feel like with spring, men really think that you are like this breath of fresh air, actually, I want to say. somebody that's very inspired and I think fueled in a large way here. But with the rocks and standing stones, somebody that can also keep their feet on the ground and stay level-headed. I feel like men also perceive you as being very strong types, I want to say, pile two. It's like this nice, delicate balance of being gentle and kind, but also strong and fierce within your own right, actually, I want to say. Interesting. With the dragonfly magic card and the dog friend card, I feel like men perceive you as being somebody that is really loyal here, pile two. Also somebody that makes, you know, a really wonderful friend, a wonderful companion. I do feel like men also pick up as well that you may be the type to really stand up for your friends and for what you believe in. Definitely don't get the vibe with you guys that you are, you know, fake in any kind of way. And I think that men really do pick up on this about you. With the Dragonfly magic card, men perceive you as having this magical quality to you, actually, where it really feels like you have, I want to say, grown in life a lot and also transformed yourselves a hell of a lot. Again, this really dreamy quality that men sort of perceive you to have is what I am picking up. With the Raccoon Inventor card, I feel like men perceive you as being somebody who is adventurous, I want to say, somebody who is open to try and to do new things. Also somebody that is able to really find solutions to all kinds of problems here. I feel like men perceive you as having brilliant minds, I want to say, too, pile two. And with the Frog Prosperity card here, it feels like men perceive you as being somebody who is honestly destined for success, you know, bred to be successful and abundant here in life. And I feel like men also think your energy is sort of, it feels very free-flowing here, very magical, dreamy in a sense. And I feel like a lot of men are actually very captivated by you, pile two. Beautiful. With the action card here, you guys, I feel like men think you are very much driven by action. Somebody who is, you know, action oriented and not afraid to go after what you want, I want to say, pile two. Again, I pick up on this, you know, fiery energy within you. I also feel like with the Daughter Romance card here, a lot of men think that you'd make a really wonderful partner, actually, I want to say. For some of you, they could perceive you as being somebody that has a big heart, I want to say, pile two, and that could be quite romantic and nurturing, actually, if they got the chance to be with you. I definitely think you have a lot of men that want to take action towards you as well when it comes to romance. And I think that in a huge way here, you guys, especially with the World card here, I think that men perceive you as being the kind of person that has a lot of people that want to take action towards them when it comes to, you know, romance. I think they think you have a lot of suitors here. And with the World card, I do pick up that some of you here may have like a large following on like social media, or it could be that a lot of men watch you through your social media and just kind of admire you here. I also pick up as well with this World card here, I feel like men think you have this humanitarian side, I want to say. They think you're somebody who is very connected actually to the matters that are happening in this world, and are able to, you know, empathetically connect to this and, you know, make some kind of difference here. This definitely gives me the vibe as well that men think you are somebody who has, I think, a lot of awareness about issues in society and things of that nature. And it feels like men really think you're not afraid to speak your truth and stand up here in a large sense, pile two. I do, however, pick up that with the Envy card here, I feel like a lot of men may get possessive of you, like especially if it's people you're dating or something of that nature, people who are interested in you. It feels like they get possessive of you because they perceive you as being somebody who can, I guess, have anyone that they want, right? And it kind of stirs up this feeling of envy in them. I also feel like as well, I get the vibe that men may kind of be, I want to say, somewhat jealous towards you. I think because of this presence that you have, and the fact that you can kind of, have anyone you want here, that you have options, that you are this incredible person. And I think that in a sense, it stirs up some sort of insecurity within them, which is a good thing actually, that you are triggering this so that they can actually work on it and heal themselves, right? I feel like with my pile twos as well, I feel like men perceive you as somebody that they can, learn from actually in a huge, huge way here. Okay, something I do pick up on, you guys, with the Devil card here, I feel like a lot of men physically desire you, and they have, I want to say, lusty kind of thoughts about you here. I think men also perceive a lot of you here to be, I want to say, more sexually liberated types, somebody who is more, I think, confident in just expressing themselves sexually, and I think they can kind of pick up on this energy with you, pile two, and they kind of fantasize about it. With the King of Swords here, men definitely perceive you as being a badass bitch, actually, is how I would describe it. Somebody that really doesn't take any kind of BS here, is really unafraid to speak the truth, and really exert boundaries when they need to. Men also perceive you as being somebody who isn't afraid to, say things as they are. They feel like you're not the type that really sugarcoats things, actually, in a huge, huge sense here. I also feel like, with the King of Swords here, men perceive that you have this very powerful and in control quality to you, actually, in a huge sense here. And I feel like they secretly kind of admire this, and it sort of pulls them in a sense, actually. Something I do pick up on, however, with the Hermit and the Two of Cups in reverse, I feel like men may perceive you as being somebody who is, perhaps so self-reliant that they, that you essentially don't need them, if that makes sense. Some of you may literally be more like hermits, in my pile twos. Someone who may be, more introverted, kind of likes to journey within, spend a lot of alone time here. And I feel like with the Two of Cups in reverse here, I feel like men perceive you as, being the kind of person that they'd really have to work towards, building a relationship with you. It feels like they think that you are not the type that would just easily give your cup of love to them, and that they really actually do have to work for this and to prove themselves. I also feel like as well with the Two of Cups in reverse, men get this sense that, some of you may be all or nothing types, right? The kind that either go all in or just not at all. For others of you here, I feel like men think that you can really fully give yourself to a loving partner here and to a relationship here, and actually bring a lot of depth and emotion, but actually you only choose to do that with somebody who is incredibly special and really worthy of that love and time and energy, actually, in a huge sense here. Interesting. Yeah, again with the Justice card, men definitely perceive you as having a really strong sense of justice, fairness, and again, somebody who's really unafraid to speak the truth here. I definitely feel like as well, men don't think that you have, you know, a facade here. They think that you are a very authentic person. And I want to say somebody who's very in touch with themselves, actually. With the moon in reverse here, men perceive you as being somebody who's very intuitive, actually. They feel like you have this deep quality to you that can really comprehend how other people are thinking and feeling and be able to feel into that intuitively. I also feel like a lot of men think that if they tried to maybe hold something from you or they weren't emotionally open with you, that you would like pick up on that straight away. And you know, speak about it, bring it out into the open. Really, really interesting here. I do also pick up, however, with the moon card, I think men perceive some of you here as having this, I want to say, this darker and more mysterious kind of side to you, actually. That seems to be sort of hidden in a sense here, but it's like they want to know more about this, right? I definitely think that men think you guys have a whole lot of layers, pile two. With the Five of Wands here and the Five of Swords here, it feels like men think that you are not afraid to you are not afraid to call people out and to call them out. Actually, if they do something that's wrong here, I also think as well, men do compete with each other. Actually, I think to get your attention, is definitely something I pick up with that Five of Wands here. They also may perceive you as being somebody who's quite competitive, I want to say. Somebody who likes to really win. But I think that for men, it really holds this kind of charming quality. And I think they're really, I want to say, enraptured by this fiery spirit you guys have. I also feel like with the Five of Swords here, men feel like if they were to argue with you about something, it would be very hard for them to win, I want to say. You definitely give off this very perseverant vibe of somebody who doesn't take any bullshit. And men do pick up on this. Interestingly enough, I do feel like that is something that really attracts them, though, I want to say, pile two. With the Fool card here, I feel like men also think you guys have a really great sense of humour, that you can be quite funny, and I definitely think that men also think you have this unusual side to you where you're kind of quirky or different in some sense from other people. I definitely get the vibe with my pile twos that men think that you are one of a kind in some sort of way here. And I want to say somebody who's really not afraid to take leaps, to take risks. I think they view you here as being somebody who's very brave, especially when it comes to expressing who you truly are, pile two. Beautiful. Something interesting as well that I pick up with the this clown's kind of got this interesting sort of makeup on here. I feel like for my girls here that are into makeup or being creative with their appearance, I feel like men really enjoy this about you and they find it kind of cool and intriguing in a sense. Some of you here, they may think you're really I want to say good at presenting yourself in a way that is aesthetically pleasing and interesting as well. Interesting. With the King of Pentacles here, you guys, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like men do view you again as being somebody who's very abundant, very successful, and I think somebody who was born to maybe have their own business, to be the leader here, and I think really reach the top of this ladder that you guys may be climbing towards success, right? Wonderfully enough as well, with the Two of Swords in reverse, I think a lot of men perceive you guys as being very decisive types, who know exactly what you want actually and are unafraid to, you know, speak up and say, this is what I want, this is what I expect. And I think they deeply respect this about you, pile two. So that is what I have for you, pile two. I do hope that resonated, and thank you for watching. Bye. you and what they think about you. So something I get with you guys with the Lion Higher Calling card and the Tiger Fire card, I think men think you guys are really fiery types. I also want to say you have something that is majestic about you with the Lion here. I definitely feel like men perceive you as being somebody who's very confident in themselves as well. I definitely get the vibe as well that men think you are great leaders and somebody who's not afraid to take charge, actually, is something I think about you. They think about you, rather. With the Pronghorn Action card and the Fox Clever card, I think a lot of men perceive you as being somebody who's very intelligent. Some of you here may be, very well educated as well, I want to say, or even if it's that you're not, it's like men still perceive you as having really brilliant and I want to say unique minds. And with the Pronghorn Action card, men do perceive you as having this very action-oriented side that's really not afraid to go for what it is you want. I also feel like as well with this Pronghorn card, I think men perceive you as having a lot of skills and talents actually that will lead you to success in a huge way here. Interesting. With the Fifth Element card here, you guys, the Uranus card, and we even have the element of Earth here. I think that because all these energies they're very different, right? I think men see you guys as being diverse people, I want to say, actually, that have a lot of different layers here and sides to you. It's like on one hand with the Earth card, they see you as being somebody who's very solid, grounded, very connected to the Earth in some kind of way here. But then with the Fifth Element card, it's like you have this really intuitive side to you. Look at this, you guys. We even have the Daughter Spirit card. So I feel like men perceive a lot of you here as being very psychic even. Very intuitive types. Really interesting. I definitely feel like a lot of you here may communicate with spirits as well. And men are really intrigued by this, I want to say. With the Uranus card, I feel like men think you have something really different about you. It's like they can't 100% pin you down as well with these energies. I think that you are somewhat mysterious to men actually, because it would take a lot of understanding here and depth to really be able to gauge a person like you, I want to say, pile 3. Really interesting. I feel like with the woman holding a heart in reverse here, I think that men perceive you as being somebody who is, I want to say, emotionally hard to read. Men definitely do think that on some level they can't 100% read you or gauge you. I want to say they view you as well as being somebody that has complexities. I also think with this card in reverse here, I feel like men think that they'd be quite lucky if you open your heart out to them. I also feel like men seem to think you wouldn't like to be too vulnerable with them, and that on some level you like to protect yourself and your heart here. I get the vibe with my pile 3. Some of you may even be like empaths here, which is kind of why you're very careful with, I think, who you open your heart to, because of the fact that actually, pile 3, I think you are very sensitive individuals in a huge way here. Interestingly enough, it's like you have this strong side that, men do pick up on about you, but they also do pick up on this, deeper and more sensitive side to you. With the Yin and the Yang card here, this is really emphasizing this feminine energy here, right? And on the other hand, we have this masculine energy. So I think men do perceive you as having a lot of, feminine energy, being really receptive, intuitive, having this access to the subconscious and to these other realms and spirits, I want to say. And I also feel like, with the Yin and the Yang card here, I feel like men perceive you as being the type of person that's really looking for a soulmate, or, you know, a twin flame, something of that nature. It definitely feels like men think that they have to kind of really work, I think, to be able to get something solid with you here and to really gain access to your heart. Something interesting with you guys as well. When I was shuffling your pile, I kept hearing the Shania Twain song, that don't impress me much. So I feel like men think on some level that you have, I want to say, high standards and boundaries, healthy boundaries, right? And that they have to impress you in some kind of way or prove that they're special in order to be, I think, really worthy of somebody as special as you, pile 3. Interesting. With the release and surrender card here, you guys, I think a lot of men do perceive you also as being more spiritual types, even in some kind of sense here. Authentic people in, you know, some way here that I think are unafraid to release and, you know, get rid of things that you just don't need in your life. Interestingly enough, with the Magician and the Mirror card here in reverse, I feel like men think that they can't, again, 100% gauge you or see into you here. It's like there is this really mysterious part about you that they can't 100% access or gauge here. It's really interesting. Also, with the hostilities in reverse here, I think that men think that you are somebody who's very emotionally mature, actually. And I think picks your fights and your battles well. They don't see you as being somebody who would just start, you know, a fight about something that is petty. They see you as being somebody who actually aims to find peaceful resolutions to things and ways of, you know, sorting out things. With the All Tied Up card in reverse, I feel like men think you guys are very free-spirited, not the kind of person that they can, you know, hold down in any kind of way or control. They also view you as being somebody who I think doesn't restrict yourself, actually, and is very focused, I think, when it comes to going after the things that you want. They think that, you know, when it really comes to your goals and your successes in life, you do not hold yourselves back, pile 3. With the Six of Pentacles here, what I'm really picking up is that men perceive you as having this very giving and kind quality to you, actually. I think a lot of men here think that you are, I want to say, very humanitarian types, even caring in some sense here. I think when it comes to members of society that are perhaps outcasted in some sort of way here, or, you know, really not treated with the level of empathy that they deserve to be treated with, right? With the Death card in reverse here, you guys, I feel like men perceive you as being somebody who is constantly transforming yourselves. Somebody who's always, I think, in this chain, in this state of constantly changing, actually constantly growing. I also feel like, as well, with the Death card in reverse here, I think that men perceive you as having something darker about you, actually. This kind of darker side to you that may be interested in things that are perhaps of a more darker nature, that may kind of scare some people away. Like, maybe you guys are really into communicating with spirits, or horror movies, or, you know, it could be really anything here, and this is what they kind of pick up on about you. Wow, with the King of Pentacles here, I think men view you as having this very stable quality to you, pile 3, and as being somebody who has a lot of stability and abundance, actually. I want to say men view you guys as being bosses, actually, in some sort of way here. And they also perceive you as being somebody who's very high value and worth. Somebody that is deserving of a king, right? Interestingly enough. I feel like with the Chariot here as well, I think men pick up that you have this very passionate side to you. This very determined quality, actually. Some of you here may be really competitive, or you like to perhaps win games, or you know, something of that nature. And I think that men pick up on this very determined quality that you have, and it draws them in. I definitely think as well with the Chariot, you probably have a lot of men that are trying to make moves towards you. I think you guys also have a lot of men that try and chase you in some sense here, like they want to pursue you. With the Knight of Swords here, I feel like men really like talking to you, actually. They view you as being somebody that has really unique and interesting ideas. And I think this quality about you really draws them in and kind of allows them to speak their own mind as well, I want to say. I do feel like men think that you're not the type of person that would, you know, judge them, and would actually look at them with an open mind and an open heart in a huge way, pile 3. Interesting. There is this intelligence as well, and this knowledge that really shines through you, pile 3, and men do pick up on this. Interesting. Something I do see with the Ten of Swords here is I think that men perceive you as having been through something that has been really difficult or tough. I feel like, once again, men do perceive that you are somebody who has really transformed and is constantly transforming. I feel like men secretly pick up on maybe some kind of trauma or major event that caused you to, I think, have this up-leveling and awakening, pile 3. And I think they have like an intrigue as to maybe what has happened to you. I definitely feel like they would love to know more about you on a deeper level, pile 3. Interesting. With the Seven of Cups in reverse here, I think men perceive you again as having a lot of options. I want to say a lot of suitors. But the thing is, it's like with the Seven of Cups here, in reverse, I feel like they really wish you would choose them. I think you have a lot of people that secretly wish, you know, that you would choose them and they'd be the chosen one. I also feel like as well, something men pick up on with you guys is with the Eight of Wands in reverse here, that in some sense you are very cautious and you like to take your time and to choose wisely, right? I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race, so that may kind of resonate with some of you here. I feel like with the Seven of Cups in reverse as well, I feel like men perceive you as being somebody who sees straight through facades, through BS, actually, I want to say. I think that men also pick up that they can't really lie to you about who they are, or, you know, what their intentions are, because they think, or they know on some level, that you can see straight through them in a huge sense here, you guys. I also feel like as well, with all these cups here, I feel like men do perceive you on one hand as being this very hard-working individual, this fiery individual, but also somebody that could have a lot of love to give, actually, in a huge sense here. Somebody that is, you know, very deep feeling, actually, I want to say. Interesting. Oh my god. You guys, with the King of Wands here and the Queen of Wands, wow. I feel like men think you shine really brightly, and that you're again like bred to be successful, pile 3. But can you see how this guy here has just got all his attention on her? So I think there are a lot of guys that really like to get your attention or want your attention. With all this fire energy here, this is showing me that men perceive you as being somebody who's really attractive too, with the Queen of Wands. And I think a lot of men do want to pursue you, or maybe even try to pursue you, right? Um, with the Queen of Pentacles here, I think men also pick up that some of you here may have this motherly like quality to you, I want to say, and this nurturing side in a huge way. And I think that men are really, really drawn in by this, actually, I want to say, pile three. And it makes them kind of fantasize about what it'd be like if they were actually with you and they got to receive that nurturing energy firsthand. Wow. Um, with the Magician in reverse here, if you guys can see this man holding what looks like a phallic symbol, I may have butchered that word, so I'm sorry. Um, but I feel like you have a lot of guys that are like sexually attracted to you, I want to say, and are doing things thinking about you. I'm not going to go too much into that because this is YouTube, but you get the gist. Pile three. And finally, with the Hierophant in reverse, yeah, men view you as being somebody who is I think very much a spiritual leader within your own right. Somebody who holds a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and this really comes from within you. It's like you don't need somebody to guide you, because actually you do a really wonderful job of guiding yourselves in life, pile three. And men do perceive this about you. So, that is what I'm picking up for you, pile three. I do hope that resonated. I really hope you enjoy your week, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.